Well, I'm going to work on taking this cylinder off today. Other than it being humid as hell, shouldn't go too terribly bad. This is a stick cylinder on the backhoe that blew out. So I've got to take these pins out right here for the cylinder. I think once I undo this bolt right here, I knock it out. I think there's like a keeper pin in there. I got to take this hose off. This is a steel line. And take this one off right here. And then also knock this pin out. And it ought to come right out. No, I got a hose clamp I got to take off. Yeah. I'll get a screwdriver and undo that. That way this hose, well, nah, I'd rather not send them the whole hose. It's just something else that could get damaged when they're fixing it. Alright, well, I'm going to work on, see if I can get these nuts broke loose. I remember the ones on the boom were a royal pain in the ass. They had been on there so long, so I'm going to get the big ratchet out and see if I can get them busted loose. So I got my bolts broke loose. They really weren't that hard to get popped loose, and I'm getting these hoses here undone. I had to put my 2-foot cheater pipe on the wrench there. I don't believe that thing has come off since this backhoe was new, so it was a little tight. I'm going to get these hoses undone, see where this oil is going to run. Maybe try to catch a little bit of it. Lord knows I've dumped enough of it out right here. Okay. Get this hose. Alright, that hose is off. I'm going to leave that be. Get this one off here real quick. Had to bust it loose, but it should be pretty loose now or not. Let's see. Yeah. This metal line's probably got a little bit of tension on it. That's why I don't want to unscrew with my fingers. And of course, it's gonna only get a 1/8 of a turn here every time. And at least it's got coarse threads on it. Let's see if I can turn it with my fingers now. Oh yeah. Get this undone. I'm going to knock out that, it got tight again. I'm going to knock out the bottom pin down here first, because I'm afraid if I go and knock this one loose, it's going to drop down and make it hard to get out, or it could possibly crush those lines right there. Right, where's it going to drip at? It's going to drip somewhere right there. Good catch. Okay. Let's go over here and get these bolts out and see what this is going to do. Best I remember is, okay, you got a washer and a plate and you knock that through. See, this has got tension on it now. It's going to be a little bit of a pain, because when I take this cylinder out, the stick can kind of go anywhere. I might have to start the backhoe up and wiggle the bucket around or boom around a little bit to get that out. Come on, washer. Alright, well, I'm going to try knocking this bottom one out here first and see what happens. Like I say, the best I remember, because I don't want to beat on that because it's tapped, I'm going to knock it through a little bit, and what I think happens, I might be able to tap it with this right here real quick. Let's see. Or not. It's just got a lot of pressure on it. Hold on, let's see. Sometimes you can wiggle everything here and it'll settle down and move a little bit. Maybe it'll take all the pressure off. I'm going to have to get a drive pin and put on that so I don't screw that up. And what I need to do is knock it through just a little bit to get this pin out right here. There's like a little locking pin that slides through. Once I get that knocked out, I can slide it all the way out, then drive it out this way. That way I don't, or maybe not. Or maybe I do. I'll find out here shortly. So that's what I ended up having to do, was drive it out from this side, and there's a locking pin that goes through here and it fits in that collar right there. Well, what that does is it keeps it from pulling all the way through when the bolt is tightened up. So what I'm going to do now is keep from tearing that up. I really need my sledgehammer. I think I'm going to have to go find my sledgehammer, and so I don't mushroom the end of that. I don't think. No, that's not a tapered edge. Okay. Just making sure. I went ahead and plugged my lines first, so if I bump anything, it won't screw up the threads. Went ahead and hooked my strap around here. That way, I think it's going to fall down when I take that out, and that way I don't have to fight trying to get that strap wrapped around it. So I'm going to find my sledgehammer real quick and tap that out. So I somehow managed to lose my 3-pound hammer, so I got the 6-pound hammer. That should be more than adequate to knock that through, so I'll go ahead and get that knocked out and hooked up to the excavator and knock the other one out. Well, that one's out. Let me grab my rag here. Ain't no need to get too dirty. Now I gotta get that, well, at least that other pin is a smaller diameter, so I should be able to wiggle that out. I gotta clean that out real good. Can't have dirt all in those threads. Lay that up here so it'll stay somewhat clean. It'll be there till when I get this back. Let's see. Wonder if I should shove something in there to keep that from dropping down. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Let me find a... yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Find a stick or something to shove in there. Maybe we keep it from dropping down. Might make life a little easier getting it out. Break this in half somehow, somewhere. Let's see, it might fuck the damn chrome up. Let's not do that. That didn't really stay too good, did it? That's probably not going to do a whole hell of a lot. Alright, let me pull that out and see what happens, and I'll knock this other pin out. Actually, I probably should hook it up first. If I knock it through. Okay, yeah, that didn't do a whole lot. Alright, that's my drive pin, so I'll keep that right there. Let me tap this one out right here. I'll tap it through and knock those pins, that little keeper pin out. And let's see what happens. Actually, I need that pin back. Alright, let me knock this one out. I guess this is when you can tell all the pressure's off of the pin. I'm actually going to push it all the way through and keep my little small pin in there. Let me get that pin knocked out. That's out. And I'll put that in I think they're both the same, but I'll put them kind of in sequence to the way they come out. Alright, so now I need to get my excavator over here and hook a strap around this and pull up a little bit and kind of wiggle that bad boy out of there. I'll get some tension off of it and pull that pin out, and it should come on out. Alright, let's see what happens. What are we getting stuck on? There we go. Well, it'll come out now. And there it is, one cylinder removed off of the old Backhoe. It wasn't too terribly bad, other than it being a little fucking hot. That wasn't too bad. Now I guess I need, I'll grab a pallet and I'll sit that in my truck and undrop that off. Get that repacked. I think I can just let the case dealer do that. They've been able to repack. They've repacked. Oh God, what have I repacked on this thing? I've repacked this cylinder. I've repacked that cylinder, and the loader arm cylinder. That cylinder needs to be repacked too, but it's not happening today. Thanks to Tropical Storm Bonnie, that's still coming. So, all right. Well, that's the cylinder off the Backhoe. I hope everybody else has a fantastic Monday.